if you'd like some coffee and donuts, but I'm not quite sure I can deliver. Thank you for attending the presentation. The focus here is going to be kitchens and show and share a little bit about how Spraynet can support you and your client with a kitchen rental. So just going to show a short video to begin. If you have questions at any time, just let me know and I'll do my best to answer. If I don't have the answer, I will get the answer for you today. But this is a short 1-minute video of basically what Spraynet is all about for kitchens. So share it with you.
That was pretty.
It sort of gives you a bit of an idea of the transition and the transformation that we can actually do. I'm trying to move you here so that I can start from the beginning.
I think other cabinet painting places, they have to take the cabinets off site. It looks like you almost made like a little tented room on site. Is that true?
We do, depending on the home and its facility, what's available there. What we tend to do, we initially started by doing the entire kitchen on site. And everything we do is sprayed, so we create a spray hood inside your kitchen and provide you with a factory finish in that kitchen. So we used to put a spray hood on site, a separate one for our doors and our drawers. But what was happening is that it was taking up too much room for the client, and we weren't getting the consistent temperatures if we were using a different location. So the drying time and curing time was a bit slower. So now we take the doors and the drawer faces off-site to a spray hood that we have at our shop here, and so make that part of the process and make it easier on the client. We do have that option of doing everything on site if that's what the client prefers and if there's room.
Thank you.
Great. Oh, just to give you an idea, I just wanted to share basically how it works with Spraynet in terms of our kitchens, and it'll be quite short. And what we do in terms of the surfaces that we do, and what makes us, again, unique in terms of any of the competitors that there are in the business. And then how we can help you as the realtor, as well as you as your client. And then any questions you can have for us. So basically, how it works is that if you decide you want to have a client have a quote by Spraynet or reach into Spraynet. So they will go online, or you can go online for them, sign them up for a free quote. So all quotes are free. So within 24 hours, I will be contacting you and your client just to make sure, let you know that we have a quote booked. And if there's anything that they need for me to make sure that I can things ready for them when we have that on-site consultation, unquote. So once we do that, I will visit the client. I will run through the details of what Spraynet is all about in terms of their kitchen. And once the client sees, I will show samples of what we have. And once they have a quote, they will get a quote right there, right at that moment. They will receive their quote in terms of what their kitchen is going to cost them. Once they have that and they decide that they want to move forward with us, what I will do is they sign the contract. Now we only create their paint. We only formulate their paint when they sign a contract with us, so that the paint is actually for their kitchen. What I mean by that is that when they sign our contract, it's formulated, the paint is formulated, and we hold on to their die lot number for life. So we have a small sample of their paint. We keep it with us for those 15 years that they're under warranty with us. And we hold on. So should anything happen, or should they damage a door, they break a door, and all they have to do is contact Spraynet. We will repaint with that exact same tone. Many of you would know that if you go to Sherwin-Williams or Benjamin Moore and you get a Chantilly lace, you can get a Chantilly lace today, and then tomorrow you'll go buy another can of paint. That Chantilly lace may have a bit of a different tone to it. So tones vary. With us, it will not, it will never vary. You will always have that exact tone of paint when you go with Spraynet. Once that happens, again, we come in the day of the project, remove all the hardware, remove all your doors and drawers. If we're going to paint on site, we put them into a different spray hood. Painting off site, we put them in our van and we take them along with us. Once that happens, we begin the masking process. Because everything we do is spraying, we create a factory finish, we mask your entire kitchen. So the prep involved in the kitchen, in preparing the kitchen for painting, is extensive. So it's all prep oriented. So you can see, based on that, we create a spray hood around, and everything but the kitchen cabinets are masked. Once we do that, we're going to prime all the doors and drawers. We're going to finish them. But before we do all that, what we do is we have a product in Spraynet that our chemists have created. It's a degreaser. And so we degrease all the cabinets first so that the bond is optimized. So once all the cabinets are degreased, we're going to fill in any little dents or imperfections that may have been caused over time by you or your family or whoever owned the kitchen prior to. So we fill those in, then we sand all the cabinets down, boxes as well as the doors and the drawer faces. So they're all completely sanded. Once they're sanded, we have a product that we wipe them down with so that there are no dust particles left on that. Once everything is wiped down, we have a machine. You can see the machine on the masking picture. That machine sucks all the air out of that spray hood that we've created in the kitchen. So there's actually negative air, no dust particles in the air. Once that is done and the painter is happy, they have everything out of there in terms of dust. They're going to spray it with 1 coat of primer, 2 coats of our top coat paint. Now, certain paints require 3. For example, like a pure white, like a Chantilly lace, we usually give it 3 coats of paint to ensure that it is strong enough and that the color will never ever come through. So once that's done, we do a complete cleanup. So normally we start a kitchen on a Monday morning. By Tuesday afternoon, all the boxes are complete. And depending on the size of the kitchen, so your kitchen is back to you, but we're going to have your doors and drawer faces with us for another 2 or 3 days. So you can use your kitchen after 2 days, and your kitchen is back to you. You just won't have doors and drawer faces with you. But we'll come back on the Friday. We will install the doors and drawer faces, level everything. If you have new hardware or hinges, we will install those as well. Once everything is leveled, we do a detailed walkthrough as painters to make sure that there are no imperfections. Once we're happy, we invite the client to do a detailed walkthrough. And if they're happy completely, then we sign the contract at the end, or sign the end contract. Project is complete, and from that point forward, you are going to have a 15-year warranty, 100% coverage on peeling. So if our paint fails in any way, we are coming back at no cost to the client for the product as well as the service. We also provide the client with touch-up paint should they do any damage. If they have children or what have you that may damage it with a hockey stick, then you will have that touch-up paint. You also have the opportunity that we are in the area. We own Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, and BI in terms of the franchise. So if anything goes wrong, it's a matter of just contacting me, and I will drop off touch-up paint to you. And we also have the option of repainting, picking up a door that may have been damaged, repainting it with your tone of color, delivering it, reinstalling it. So those are options that we present to our clients as well.
Can I ask a question relative to that? It kind of speaks to the durability.
Yep.
So how wipeable is everything, and how durable is it, and what kind of cleaners? Are there rules about what you can use to clean the cabinets with?
So one of the things, and I am going to show it in the presentation, that one of the things that our chemists have done is they've spent time in the laboratory over time to optimize our cabinet paint in 4 different areas. One of the areas is durability, so cleanability. So we in fact you can clean it with any toxic chemical that you would like, or water and vinegar, whatever you wish. You're not going to damage the surface. We just had a client that called us to say that she had her cabinets done a month ago, and she had a wine night with the girlfriends, and she spilled red wine on a kitchen cabinet that was not finished, like in terms of curing. And we told her to do a 1 to 10 bleach combo, water combo, and took it off immediately without damaging any of the surface. So that's that is there, and we provide those directions as well at the end in terms of opportunity for cleaning. And bleach would be the last step that we would recommend.
Fair enough. And are there, go ahead, Sina.
I have a question in regards to the 15-year warranty. So a lot of times we're going to be having clients that do this as they're selling their house. Is that 15-year warranty then forwarded on to the new buyers?
It's a 100% transferable warranty.
Okay,
to
thank you.
to the new owner. Yeah. So these are the areas, the surfaces that we paint. Somebody else have a question?
Yeah, I do. I was wondering if, and I jumped in a couple minutes in, so if for some reason this came up, sorry.
Sure.
For oak cabinets, do you guys
Yes.
use a product that fills in the grain so that it gives more of a modern contemporary look, versus, you know, the paint kind of seeping into that oak grain?
Yes. So just in terms of what I just shared, so we do closed grain woods as well as open grain woods. So the oak would be your open grain wood. So it is an additional step. It is a bit more expensive because of the work that's involved. So there's more work involved with us with open grain. Serves 2 purposes. With open grain, if you don't fill it with grain filler, you may have a leaching problem in the future. So that grain may come through. So yes, we fill all our oak cabinets with grain filler. So that step, the steps that I shared with you in terms of what we do for kitchen cabinets, we add a grain filler step before we do the sanding to all the oak surfaces. And so that brings it, sometimes we do 2 grain fillers, depending on what the client wants. They want as much as, want as little as possible of the texture showing. Then we'll do 2, depending on the grain and what the client's looking for.
And
We
what
do have a number of samples that show our oak cabinets. So I can share that as well with the client.
And how much extras does that usually, increase the cost of it?
It could increase, let's say on a $5,000 kitchen, which the average size for a kitchen you would be looking at an additional, maybe $600. So the other surfaces we do is thermofoil. We get that question all the time. The vinyl wrapped kitchen, can we paint that? Yes, we can. So we do paint it, we do warranty it. Sometimes we have the issue of a vinyl wrapped kitchen bubbling and heating up, and some of your clients may have that in their kitchens. And so what we actually do is we offer an opportunity. We can't do anything with a vinyl wrapped door that is peeling. Have to replace it. We could actually take the vinyl off, but sometimes what happens with taking that vinyl off is that we fur the MDF underneath. So it doesn't have really a nice finish because we're pulling on that vinyl wrap. Even though it has heat to it, it should come off easy. It still peels off some of that MDF. So we actually replace that door. We can actually replace the door at a cheaper cost than it would be for us to actually remove the vinyl wrap and do all the work, paint it. But we can replace the door with another MDF door for as little as $30 to $40. So it's cheaper for us to do that than actually do the work. And that person is getting a new door. Do laminate, we do MDF, we do melamine as well. Other things that we do additional is we are one of the only, the only company that does backsplashes. But we can actually transform your backsplash and paint your backsplash and provide you with a warranty. So if you have a client with a backsplash that's dated and they want their kitchens painted, and rather than tearing that apart, it's 65% less than replacing backsplash. So it's very quick and effective, and we do a lot of backsplashes. We do wall units, we do furniture, fireplaces, number of fireplaces that are dated, and all the interior of home in terms of the walls, ceilings, the trim, the doors. We do that as well. We just don't use our paint for the interior walls. Everything else is our paint and stain. So you can see here in terms of the kitchen, there's some before and afters with some of the kitchens that we've done. This is the oak kitchen that we did with the grain filler. So that's a transition from that oak, this new finish that we did for this client. Now with that client, we did extensive work. So we want to be the one-stop shop for our entire clients as well as for realtors so that they can spend time on what they do best. But in terms of this area, we actually worked with the client for a new countertop, new hardware, and we changed her exterior hinges to concealed hinges as well. So this is the backsplash. So this is the kitchen that we transitioned. Here you can see the backsplash that we changed on that particular kitchen, which was dated. And so that backsplash roughly would cost about $500 to paint, as opposed to tearing the entire backsplash apart. Choosing new backsplash and installing it would be significantly more. There's another backsplash on the upper right-hand corner that was green and now is white. We only at this time have a white. It is a high gloss. It is a Chantilly lace, pure white. So that's the only product that we have right now. So we can't go in any other color, but client does have a 15-year warranty, 100% covered on this product.
Did you guys replace the countertops in this kitchen or just spray them?
We replaced them.
Nice. Okay.
So we do vanities, we do laundry rooms as well. You can see the brick fireplace that we did, try to make it a little bit current for the client so that they could help sell their home. What makes us different? Of course, it's our paints first and foremost, because we formulate our paints, as I shared earlier. Our paints are optimized in 4 areas: hardness, so that chipping does not take place. So it's not too hard, it's not too soft. It was optimized so that it's maximized and optimized for chipping. So that doesn't take place. Scratch resistant, our paints are 100 scratch resistant. Washability, like I shared with you earlier, you can use the toxic chemicals if you wish. Not that I would use them, but you know, if the stain doesn't come off, you do your best. Contact Spraynet, and we can help you along with it. In terms of the sheen, we've actually optimized it for sheen because we always get the question of fingerprints, too dull, not dull enough. So we've optimized it so it's just below a satin finish. Actually had our paints tested and they far surpassed any of our competitors in all areas of that were assessed. The other area is that makes us different is that once a client decides to go with Spraynet, then I create or meet with them or a color consult. So I meet with them, I put an hour to 2 hours aside, set up that date. I actually take a picture of their kitchen and do a complete rendering on colors. So I get a sense in terms of what colors trending to. And when they do that, I come to the color consult with their kitchen, those color combinations, but it can also change if they're thinking about changing the backsplash or putting a backsplash or changing the countertop. I also change that in the rendering as well. So I play around with a number of colors, then I go to the color consult and share with that, sit down with them and play, add colors, subtract colors, make some changes based on how they feel. So we're not creating that. When we get to the color consult, it's already done. And we start from that point forward. The other thing I do as well is I look for trends. So I'm involved with a number of websites and kitchen websites. And so on my Facebook, I do get a number of pictures on a daily basis. So I save those pictures and I send those trend pictures to the clients if that's something they're looking for, what's in right now. So I share with them and then I send those pictures. I also have a large amount of before and after pictures from kitchens that our franchise has done across the country and well into the States. So we have a before and after set of pictures that we can share with clients based on trends, based on colors they're looking at, based on countertops. So all those finishes are possible. So I just make sure that we've explored as much as possible with them. So that's what we try to be. We try to be a one-stop shop. So we have a number of clients. This is one of the clients that we had in Mount Uniacke. He just bought that house early this year, and that was her kitchen. So I don't know if you can see the picture very well, but it's all glass, and it's got sort of a pond with ducks in the back in the glass. Some would see that as being really nice, but it didn't work for her. So she said, no, I'm not, I do not want to deal with that. So we actually gave her new doors. We have 2 suppliers for doors. We gave her a new countertop. So we have 1 supplier for a countertop. And we provided her with new hardware, handles and hinges, and had a client, a supplier for that as well. So this is one of our suppliers. They are the Mennonites here in Nova Scotia. We like to support the Mennonites. So this is one of our suppliers. That's actually her kitchen doors that I measured and we had done for her and painted. So we did that. And so she got new doors and drawers. Roughly looking at about $30 to $40 a door for it's painted. So it's fairly cheap for refacing and getting a completely new looking kitchen. Have new hardware. So we work with a company called Richelieu. They're in Dartmouth. We have an account with them. Richelieu provides our clients with a 30% savings on all their hardware. So we just pass that on to the client. So if a client is looking for hardware, we send them over. We have a connection over there. That connection works with the client to choose the hardware. That hardware that price is given to the client in terms of what they're saving and what they're getting. So what happens after that is once they've chosen it, client is no longer needing to make sure they get it and they get it to us. We take care of all that. So we go to Richelieu, we pick up the hardware that they've ordered. We make sure we have it with us when we're doing the install. This is the kitchen after its complete reno. So we actually worked with Livingstone. Livingstone we have a contract with, an account with. And so if a client is looking for a new countertop, even a new backsplash, we go through Livingstone, we set up an appointment, they go over to the client's house, do some measuring, they invite the client out to Livingstone, see all the samples that they have, and they provide them with details of what surface is all about. Then they decide to go forward. They go forward. What happens is Livingstone connects with us. We align everything, and so that the client doesn't have to worry about anything in terms of install and aligning the different areas. Well, that's a before and after. This is that client's kitchen.
That looks like a really nice before and after. That looks like what I'd like to have done to my kitchen. It looks like all new doors, new hardware, new countertop. May I ask how much this kitchen transformation costs?
So this is a large kitchen. That kitchen actually goes to the right, and you can see where the fridge is, which is another section. So it is a large kitchen. So that entire transformation did cost $10,000.
It's cheaper than buying a whole new kitchen.
For sure. And that include it didn't include the countertop though. The countertop, I believe, from her was $4,000. That large countertop at Backsplash. Average cost of our kitchens, if we were to reface, so what happens sometimes with a lot of kitchens that we do with oak, I'll have clients that have sort of the rounded tops on their oak cabinets, and that dates the kitchen considerably. I don't know if there was one that I could show you, but they have the oak with the raised panel, and it's like rounded at the top rather than a square top. And it seems to be only on the top cabinets. So what we actually do is provide them with an option of purchasing new square, like the ones that are on the bottoms, makes it current and it's cheaper. And in fact, we can actually get it in birch, and you don't really notice a difference in terms of the difference between the lowers and the uppers, one being oak and the uppers being birch. So we do that. We actually paint them cheaper than we could paint oak. So they save about $20 a door on painting or a door box. So how can we help you? Just the fact that we can do a quick turnaround for you and your client. And we will work directly with you to make sure that we meet sort of your timelines. We want to be that one-stop shop, so that allows you more time and the client more time to spend in other areas of their home and yourself into sales. But of course, we do by transforming the kitchen, we increase the buyer potential and pool for you. It is a very cost-effective alternative to replacing your kitchen cabinets. What we will offer to W is a direct 5% discount on all kitchens. So when the system goes through, so I don't price it, the system prices it. So at the time of the quote, if the client tells me that it was a referral from KW, then I will hit a button and it automatically discounts for the price at 5%. So that will be for all KW clients. For your client, of course, the initial investment is outweighed by the increased property value. You will get that back in the selling of your home. Again, the one-stop shop. We want to be seamless for everyone. It modernizes your kitchen in less than a week. We provide a warranty that is transferable to your owner and to your new owner. Quick turnaround for you and your client. Helps sell the property quicker, and the 5% is a direct savings to the client that is paying that outright. So that's basically what we can do to help in terms of sale of a home. So that's it. That's
I have a
basically.
client that wants to redo her kitchen in Glen Arbor, and she's
Yep.
talking in a new like hood range. Are you able
Yep.
to source that for her as well?
Yeah, so we have a cabinet worker who works with us to do alterations.
Okay.
So we're doing a number of kitchens right now where they're actually putting cabinets in and taking cabinets out and building pantries for our clients. So we can do that as well. We just have to make sure that that hood, the exhaust, is not in the back and it's actually on the roof or ceiling of the home. We'd have to have a look at that.
And if it wasn't, would they be able to do that work?
Yeah, there's an adapter that can make that happen, but it's a bit costly and a bit more involved in terms of work. So we may have to subcontract that part out to a different contractor.
I think I might
We
have a
would take
client
care of that.
right away here. How do we reach you?
Pardon?
How do we contact you?
So you can get me directly. I will leave my cards here. You can also I should have left my contact information. What's the best way to leave my contact information with you guys who are on the line here? I can send emails off to KW with my contact information. That work?
Yep.
So that's what I'll do later today. I actually have a number of few quotes. I have one tomorrow from a referral, and I am actually have a KW realtor who was looking for a quote from us to get house painted this week. We're off to do that as well. Both of them on that.
I've heard this I'm sorry I missed that presentation where you do the exterior of houses as well.
Yes, we do. So we do vinyl siding, do aluminum siding, we stain brick, we do stucco, we do engineered wood, we do soffit fascia gutters, we do all doors and windows, we do shingled roofs now. We just completed 3 more shingled roofs in Halifax, and every product that we do, we provide a warranty for 15 years, 100% covered on our product and our surface. So our paints, we don't call them paints because it's like a coating. So it reinvigorates and protects your surface for an additional 15 years. For example, with the siding, we can go 20% darker than any other painter can go because we have a shield coating that has UV reflectors inside our paints. We also have fungicides inside our paint. So the green goo from the trees will not settle in on your walls to get your paint. Get it cleaned every year or every second year for some people. So the fungicides in the paint will keep that off. So it protects your surface for a longer period of time.
I thought that just happens naturally because one side is not getting dried from the sun.
Yeah, so there'll be no fungus growing. It is natural and it's through the environment, but it won't happen with our paints.
Okay, well, yeah. Thank you very much, Ken. I've got a couple clients to refer you to, and I want to have you by my house.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Me
I'll
too.
send my contact information off to you.
I just purchased a house as well, and I'll be giving you a call as well.
Oh, that's
You've
awesome.
got
Thank you,
3
Angela.
people here. Like, you're like,
Oh,
come on
great.
over.
Okay. So right
Ken,
now
I have a
they're actually-
question.
Yeah, for sure.
Sorry to interrupt. So, I mean, it looks amazing. I'm actually stunned. I'd never heard of this before. But would somebody be able to tell that a house was done by you guys, or would it be pretty like inconspicuous?
So are you saying the kitchen or the exterior?
All of it.
No, you would not, because you are actually, we pride ourselves in making sure you get a factory finish. So let's share, we have a competitor that paints vinyl siding. Well, they roll and they use a brush to paint their vinyl siding. So obviously you're going to tell. But with us, we pull absolutely every joint on the vinyl siding. So it's pulled, we put a ping pong ball in behind the joint so that you know that with vinyl siding in our weather, it expands and contracts. With the expansion and contraction, if you don't paint inside that space, you're going to have a line of your previous color. So for us, we don't have that. So every joint is pulled. Everything is masked completely. So our paints are made for spraying, and there's no sag to our paints. So a normal paint, that's why they have to sort of roll. Normal paints will actually sag when they're on a vertical surface. Our paints will not sag. They're made for spraying, only spraying. And so you will see a factory finish on our surfaces, on all surfaces.
And if you were to walk into a house, would you be able to yourself tell if it has been sprayed versus bought?
You will not tell the difference between, should never tell the difference between ours and a pre-finished kitchen.
Love that. Okay. And one question, I don't know if you can answer it, if anyone else on the call can answer it. Do we have to disclose this if we have a listing with a house that's been sprayed? Like, is this something we have to disclose? And I'm only asking because I'm a new agent. I'm still in my first year here.
I don't know if that's a broker question or not. I would say it's best to disclose everything, and I would highlight it as like a feature that has been done, because it is a feature that has been done. That's just personally me. I don't know, Mark, that's a broker question, but I would put a little tent up and say this has been done by Spraynet. I would tell the truth about it.
I honestly
a
will always tell
warranty.
people if a home has been freshly painted and if it's warranted, I think that any kind of positive upgrade, I think you'd want to almost brag about that, to say that these clients are highly motivated, they take great care of their home, they recently had this work done, and that warranty is transferable to the buyers. I think it's a big plus.
I
Yep.
agree. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, super. Thank you, everybody.
Another thing that we had done with a few former realtors, that they had, the client wanted to have their kitchen painted, but the person selling, that client selling the house didn't know what to paint, what color to do. So she made it as an option as part of the sale. So I priced the entire kitchen and it came to $6,300. And she was giving that as part of the sale to buyer so that they could choose the color. So that was an option as well that was presented.
Very cool. Yeah, that's fantastic.
So in terms of contacting, soon as you contact me, within 24 hours, I will be in touch with you and your client to arrange a time to come and visit, and provide you with a quote, and you will receive that quote within that day. So it's that quick of a turnaround in terms of that. We are currently doing 2 kitchens a week, and we are booked into the end of January right now.
Ken, what's your phone number?
902
Mm-hmm.
24 7518.
I think I missed the first a couple digits. So the last 4 digits are 7518. What are the first 3?
224
Somehow I missed it again.
224.
224. Sorry about that.
I missed it too.
Okay.
What it is,
518.
Ken, that little thing there in front of you on the cord. Yeah. Talk closer
Yeah,
to
now
that.
I see it. I'm here talking to the screen.
Everybody makes a mistake.
Everybody does the same thing. Yeah. 224-7518.
Haven't
Perfect.
done any acting.
And email address, Ken?
Pardon?
Email address?
Ken at spray-net.com.
Okay, perfect. Thank
And Ken, do you service the South Shore by any chance?
Yeah, we do. We do a lot of work down in that area. So our shop is in Windsor, and I've done a number of homes in actually the Bridgewater area. I have a couple of clients right now that I'm going to meet with this week.
Fantastic. Would you be able to give me an address of an exterior house that you've done that I could maybe drive by and have a look at? Is that an option, or?
Yeah, for sure. So what how would you like me to get that to you? Do you
I'll
want me to
I'll I'll email you, and then you can just
Yeah.
email me back.
For sure. I'll send you a list of homes that you can do drive-bys on.
Oh, awesome. That's great. Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
With pleasure. Any other? Getting a lot of your time here.
No, we appreciate it. I did miss it. I know it was spoke about. I just had a call come in. What's the rough price on kitchen cabinets?
So right now, our average price to do kitchen cabinets is around $5,500, $5,000 to $5,500.
Okay.
This is fantastic.
Great. I'm glad we could help.
Yeah. this is-
Exteriors of houses, how much is the price on that usually?
The exterior?
Yeah.
So if I was to do, let's say, we do a split entry, average size split entry, no brick on the bottom, so it's all vinyl siding. So you're
Yeah.
looking at around $5,000,
Okay,
2,500, 5,000, and it's painted in one day.
in one day. Okay, awesome.
One day, we paint homes in a day.
Awesome. Thanks, Ken.
That's
Okay.
fantastic.
I'll share some. If you wanted to send me an email, I can share a bunch of before and afters of areas and addresses with you, so that you have those. If you wanted to send those to your clients to say, listen, take a look at this, and it'll give them an idea of what we've done.
Nice. This is so good.
Yeah, you've got some good before and afters on your Instagram.
Yeah. Yeah, our website is, there's a lot there as well. So you can direct the clients towards that as well, but a lot of the ones on the website are all over the country and down in the States, so you're not necessarily just getting Halifax, Dartmouth and South Shore areas or. But if you wanted some of those, I'll send those along. We painted, I would say about 300 homes this year.
And to refer somebody to you, Ken, for that 5% discount, how am I do they just have to say that they know me from Keller Williams, or do I have to make an introduction?
You would need to make the introduction so that I'm able to put that into the system right away. So
By
yeah.
email or-
so you would send me an email or a text to let me know that someone's going to be in contact with me, and then I know who it is.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Any other questions?
No, I just need to work out a budget. Do you
There
guys
you
have
go.
financing payment plans or anything like that?
We do. We work with finance.
Oh, okay, I'm familiar with them.
Yeah, so I mean, the interest rate is quite high, but they do offer no payments, no interest for months. So it depends on what option is out there, but you would work directly with Jessica, who is our office manager, and she would send you the link, and you would just go through that link.
Nice.
Do
Yes.
those details.
I like to operate in a cash world, but I'm afraid I'll get very excited about your stuff and I'll just go a little crazy. So always good to have an option.
For sure, absolutely. It's always an option.
That's, yeah. I'm now diving into your Instagram too. It's fabulous. Okay. Ken, I need you to wrap up this session so I can call you.
All right, I'm
Yeah, I'll be
done.
calling Kevin, Ken, and I just referred a client to you as well.
Perfect. That's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. To make sure I
Okay.
got your phone number, it's 92224-7518, right?
It's, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's brilliant. All right, Ken, thanks so much.
It's a pleasure. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. It's very, very cool.